We found what we're looking for. 3.7 gallon tank. An epic catch though. We're in the money, boys. It's time to do the freaky stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? $4. On baby. To the next adventure. Am I right, boys? Am I right, boys? Am I right, boys? We're almost here, boys. We almost got it. All we need now is an air stone and an air pump. We're on the money. We're about to build a pond for the betta fish. They don't have what we're looking for as far as a sponge filter. So I might make a ghetto one by putting a sponge on the outside of an air stone. I'm not sure if that will work though. You know what I mean? It might not work. So we have our air stone and then we have our air pump. But the secret is finding that beautiful, beautiful sponge filter. You know how to do it to them. Got the plant, got the pump, got the tubing, got the air stones, and got that. We're in, boys. We're in deep. We're in deep. Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. You know how to do it to them, boys. You know how to do it to them. Got a new tank, all sorts of gear inside. Had to drop the plant. Got this $13, or it was like $10 actually, $10 tank. And now we got this as well as a holder for him. In the meantime, now, time to get home and set this biatch up. This thing cost me a total of $30. So, isn't capitalism the best, guys? We could take care of animals with just money. It's unbelievable. The things we do for our pets. I dropped a lot of cash today. Dropped a lot of cash today. Dropped a lot of cash today. You hear this, Kendrick Lamar? Oh, we cash today, boys. Just a reminder to all you who are watching, people who drive are assholes. Simple as that. Just remember that. Just remember, your old Papa Suburban Mountain Man told you so. I know this is a ghetto angle, but it'll do. So what we ended up getting is this. I think this is probably about a 2.5 gallon tank, 2.5 to 3 gallon tank. It's not the biggest, but the reason I'm doing this instead of what he has now is because what he has now is cheap. I don't think he's happy in it. I think he'd prefer length to swim in than height and then depth. And I feel like what I'm going to do in here is better than what he has now. So what we have for him right here is, it's not the greatest thing, I have to admit, but it will do. I think the air bubbling, he doesn't really need he does need a filter, and the way I'm going to filter it is I'm going to do water changes every day. Or do some sort, I'll find some sort of way to filter it organically where it's not, you know, taken over, where it doesn't get super dirty. But what we have here is we have a air stone, we have a air control kit to help with whatever, we have a check valve, we don't care about that, air line tubing, and then a 10 gallon air pump. So we had to get air control because this will absolutely obliterate his tank without it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the fish. And this process is a pain in the butt because my betta fish don't like to be moved. But look how dirty his tank is. It's in a terrible location, so I'd like to move it actually. And that's the goal, is we're gonna move him out of this grossness and then into a new tank somewhere else. We're gonna move this thing entirely. Actually, can I do that? That's the real question. I'll be testing my luck because I do not have a power strip. So we might have to keep it here temporarily and then move it in the future. So let's get this thing emptied and get him in his bucket, the pond. We worked really hard on this and I had to scrap a bunch of ideas, but now we have the pond. This is what it looks like from the side. Okay, before we get any further, there's gonna be a wood casing covering this soon. I'm gonna build a nice wood frame around it, make it look really nice from the outside, then you come over the top and you have this. So what I messed up on, and is I put the different air stone in there for now, but I forgot to put a filter in there. So I took the filter from the other one, made this little rig set where he sits on the plane and then on these two things on the side, and it's holding it up. It's holding it up. It stocks some rocks underneath there so it wouldn't lose traction. Hopefully it doesn't fall tonight in the middle of the night. That would suck, but it's doing okay. There's the betta fish. He is stressed as hell. He's ghost white, not very happy about this situation at all. But the top looks pretty cool. It looks neat. Definitely when the wood's in, it's gonna look a lot nicer. Only issue, I don't think betta fish can jump about, let's say about 3 or 2 inches high. I don't think he's gonna be able to jump out of here. And if he does, then I could scrap this and use the bubbler for the 5 gal or 10 gal. That still has tannis. Still tannist up. But yeah, so that was the project for the night. I made a really cool little pond for my fish, and yeah. This is the lamp I use. It's just a Target lamp. Very ghetto. So the whole setup, if you're smart, you buy the pump, which is back here. That pump was $14, and it did come with an air stone. So remember that, it came with an air stone. Then if you buy, say, a sponge, like a sponge cartridge for a filter, and then a thicker tube, or like a PVC almost, something like that, you can make your own sponge, or you make your own sponge filter, which I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna fix the filter in this, make it a sponge, and then you get yourself some gravel. You could buy cheap gravel from Home Depot, and then, you know, your decorations, whatever else. But if you want to go straight basic, bare bottom, just the sponge filter, the water, and the tank. This tank right here that I used was $4. That sponge, that air stone I'm using right now, was exactly $1. I need to clean this up. The thing, $14, and then yeah, everything else was fairly cheap. You know, it wasn't an expensive pond. It probably would run you, I don't know, close to, let's think here, 10, like 20, maybe less than $20. You could build a bare bottom, very minimal tank, and then if you include everything else, it could probably run you about 30. I reused a lot of my stuff, and I'm actually introducing pond snails to this so they can clean it up a bit. I don't know where the betta fish is. He is hiding. What the hell? He's behind the filter over there. I don't know what he's doing. All right, thank you guys for watching. This was the experience, as you can see. Really ghetto pond. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.